This week on Rams 360.
The Los Angeles Rams pay a visit to the Baltimore Ravens.
Playmakers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I've leaned into understanding the importance of team football. I thought we did play the game the way that we wanted to.
One thing that he told me was never give up and always be humble.
On behalf of the LA Rams, this is the key to your new home.
All this and more on Rams 360.
This is Week 6 in the National Football League, and the Los Angeles Rams pay a visit to the Baltimore Ravens. Last two trips here for Los Angeles have gone down to the wire. Figures to be another four-quarter fight today against a depleted, Harbaugh-led Baltimore group.
All you gotta do is go ball, man. Go do it for your brothers. Go do it for the people that you love, man. Every single play. Playmakers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Baltimore Ravens are desperate at home at 1-4. The Los Angeles Rams are on the road at 3-2. Both of their defeats have been decided on the final play of the day.
Go! Hey, we know what time it is, man. Put the mask on. Go back to the. Hey, 3, 1, 2,
This is going to be a street fight. Might as well get it started first. It's imperative to start fast, punch them in the mouth, and make them respond.
The Ravens looking for points before the break. 4th and goal from inside the 1. Rush, stepping under center in front of Derrick Henry. 4th down, handoff, left side. Henry's buried! The Rams stuff it! A goal line stand for Chris Shula's defense. Jared Verse talking trash to the Ravens.
Oh, it's not trash if it's true. Absolutely getting up the field, stuffing. Great job creating the new line of scrimmage. That was the gamble. Now it's 4th and 1, and you got to have it, and the Rams know it. Getting up the football field, making him go east-west. Great job getting the stop.
Oh, I feel like that kind of revived us. You know, everybody does their job. I was just in the right space doing what I had to do. Got one blocker, got the next one, and he was right there. I just had to bring him down to the ground. I think that kind of shifted the whole momentum of the game.
The Rams keep the game tied with 8 seconds, and they'll receive the second half kickoff. Jordan Whittington, part of the receiving core, play action. Stafford on platform, deals middle. That's caught by Devontae Adams, in breaker from the right side.
I thought it was huge. You know, I thought the momentum that those guys established based on being able to make that play was huge. To be able to go into the half at 3-3, just making them snap it one more time. And then I thought offensively, to be able to hit Devontae on the first play of the second half, felt like the game opened up right there.
4th down, Stafford needs 2. First drive of the third quarter. Sits in the pocket, well protected, hitches, now scrambles left, resets the launch point, deals down the left side. It's a diving catch inside the 5 by Kyren Williams on his back.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Saw Kyren peeling back and getting loose and try to, give him a chance. And he did an unbelievable job just fighting back for the ball. Kyren's catch was unbelievable.
Ball don't lie.
Great catch. Now you got to punch this thing in.
Kyren Williams in the home position. Matthew Stafford under center. Hands off Kyren. He's got a crease. He's got the end zone. Kyren Williams, touchdown LA. Untouched for the lead. After his best catch as a pro, Kyren pays it off with 6. Remember, it all started with a goal line stand at the end of the first half by Jared Verse in the Rams defense. From empty. Rush, throws, right numbers, caught short. Zay Flowers working against Reeder, runs into his own man, and he fumbles. Ball's down at the 40, scooped up by Quinton Lake, down the Rams sideline and tumbling to the 20.
He's been around the ball. He's made so many plays. He's so instrumental in so many different things that we do. And he had a great game today. It was awesome for Q.
After the fumble recovery, takes a snap, boots out the right side, early to the flat, all alone. Tyler Higbee struts in. Big rig. Higgs with a spike. The Rams will win it 17-3. They're off to London with 4 wins against only 2 defeats.
Rams win, baby. Boom.
Coming up next on Rams 360.
I think when you look at what a blessing it is, how hard it is to be able to get the result that guys in our collective group work so hard to try to achieve, you don't take it for granted.
Microsoft Surface Copilot Plus PC, helping us take the Coach McVay Show on the road this week to Baltimore. Good to see you, Coach. Congratulations on win number 4. You and I were just chatting before we got started about how much times have changed. I'm old enough to remember a win over the Jacksonville Jaguars before you made a trip to London. Maybe it wasn't your cleanest offensive day.
Yes.
And that infuriated you, but you're smiling today.
Oh, I'm smiling. You know, you're never taking things for granted. I think when you look at what a blessing it is, how hard it is to be able to get the result that guys in our collective group work so hard to try to achieve, you don't take it for granted. There's always things that you want to be able to improve upon, but you always want to keep the right perspective, the right approach to move forward the right way. And you said it. You know, I'd like to think that I'm maturing a little bit. You're growing up and you're having an appreciation for the little things, and found a way, and that was the most important goal coming out to Baltimore, and now it'll make for a much more enjoyable preparation leading into Jacksonville.
Sure, why can't dominant defensive days be as uplifting as 40-point offensive days?
And they are. I think I've leaned into understanding the importance of team football. I thought we did play the game the way that we wanted to, especially after we were able to in a 3-3 game. What a job by our defense getting that stop, and I know we'll talk about it going into the half. But then when you talk about being able to take the opening drive offensively, go score, then get the quick turnover that leads to a 2-play touchdown drive, and now you're up 17-3, felt like you're really in control of that game. And as long as we really played it smart, you had respect for the opponent, and I thought our defense controlled the way. And you know, we didn't even attempt a pass in the fourth quarter offensively, just based on how things unfolded.
Other narratives will be this is another Sean McVay coaching tree game with Liam. I'm going to go in a different direction. How about Les Snead and his staff kind of growing some branches into Jacksonville? And I know that James Gladstone, special to you, likewise.
Happy for those guys. We're going to try to get after them, just like they're going to try to be able to do for us. And it'll be a great challenge, but they've done a hell of a job. You know, I've kept in touch, obviously, with Liam and texted here and there with James, but really impressed with the overall body of work that they have through their first 6 games, and not surprised, but happy for those guys.
Well, have a great second training camp of sorts on the road here in Baltimore, and we'll see you across the pond. Thank you, Sean, for joining us, and thank you for being with us, as always, for the Coach McVay Show, presented by Microsoft Surface Copilot Plus PC.
In February of 2014, that's the first time my mom and all of us kind of found out that my dad was diagnosed with esophageal cancer.
You are watching Rams 360.
Welcome back to SoFi Stadium. Rams Cowboys about to kick off.
The opportunity to run out that tunnel, just looking up at SoFi Stadium, just realizing, like, this is what I've dreamed of.
Here's the dream. Thank you. God, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we gonna have a yes.
As a little kid, this is where my vision started.
Whatever rep you get is the most important rep of your life. You never know who's watching.
Thank you, God. God. Thank you. I know you're proud of me, Dad. I know you're proud of me. And we're gonna have a day today. I'm gonna play for you. I'm gonna play for all the people who are doubted, all the people who are overlooked, all the people that just want it as bad as I do, Lord.
I've worked so hard just to get a chance to play in the NFL, and just realizing that, you know, I've done it. I did it, but it's not where I want to end it. I first started playing football when I was about 6 years old, and then kind of fell in love with the game ever since.
Shotgun snap. It's got room. It's going to go all the way. Takes it to the house.
Watching NFL football, watching college football as a little kid, watching these guys do what you do in an older version, it makes you want to continue playing. I was able to start playing varsity football my 10th grade year. That's kind of where I was like, if I really want to go pro, or if I really want to go Division I, I think I got to really start putting in a lot more work. So I just kept working, kept putting my head down, and then going into my senior year of high school, you know, we were fortunate enough as a team to make it to our state championships. At that point, you know, I thought, you know, this is the year I'll get an offer, I'll get this, I'll get that, but nobody called, nobody emailed.
Sean, you had a great senior season. Why were you able to get so good this year?
I had a lot of family support, a lot of friend support.
A lot of people told me, you're not going to go D1. You can't make it D1. They're bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you. There was one time where I walk out onto our front porch and my dad was just sitting out there, and he told me to come sit down. And the one thing that he told me was never give up and always be humble. My dad was a little league coach. He taught us the game. He was a defensive coach, so I think that's kind of why I picked, become a defensive player. And I think that's where I learned the mindset of giving 100%. Ended up getting one offer from an FCS school. I decided to walk on to the University of Buffalo. My freshman year, I was able to play all 4 phases on special teams. As a walk-on, you don't get the same meals or the same gear or stuff scholarship guys get, but you still get treated the same by the guys in the locker room, which is a big thing. Going in my second year, 4 days into our fall camp, I earned a scholarship.
At the end of the day, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and each other in the eye to know you gave it your all for each other, man.
Following year, I was able to lead the nation in tackles.
No stepping up there because Shaun Dolac is in the area.
There was no good feedback from the NFL. I didn't get any invites, any Senior Bowls. I didn't get a combine invite. It's just another thing that I can add to the bucket list of adversity and obstacles that I have to overcome. In February of 2014, that's the first time my mom and all of us kind of found out that my dad was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. The doctor said it wasn't too bad. For that whole year, they were just getting treatment and trying to do things to make him feel better, get rid of the cancer. Fast forward about a year later, they basically came back and they told my mom and told my dad that he was cancer-free. And then about a month later, my dad had some pain going on, lower body-wise, and they ended up finding that it was already in his kidneys before it got to his esophagus. But they just found it in the esophagus first. So then they said that there was not much else they could do. Being a setting in the hospital as a kid and being able to experience it firsthand myself, knowing that it's not easy, me going over there and just giving a little bit of hope to them and trying to just get them to smile. Being a 14, 15-year-old kid, you're kind of naive and you understand what's going on, but you don't understand, to the extent of how bad and what's really going to happen, or you don't want to believe what's going to happen. Little excavator. Yeah, that is awesome, buddy. Let's see. Vroom, vroom. Wow. That is cool, buddy. Thank you. Oh, you got a little dirt in the excavator, huh? Oh. That's what it's for. Today we're at Cedars-Sinai Gearin Children's, and today I was just able to give back and just go into some of the children's rooms and seeing what these kids go through and just being with them and just seeing them smile is what we're here to do.
Okay. All right, Sean, this is Pablo.
How's it going, Mom? Hey, Pablo, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? What you got there, an iPad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what kind of games you play on there? Candy Crush, yeah. That is so cool, man.
It's really helpful for players like Sean to come and talk with our families. Some of the kids here are here for weeks, sometimes even months at a time, and have somebody from the outside, especially kind of a high profile, and someone they know that's playing like just down the street on a Sunday, to come and see them in their hospital bed. It makes them think about things outside of the hospital, brightens their day.
That's pretty cool though, huh? Hey, buddy, you got a lot of courage, man. And as a football player, we go through a lot of hard stuff, but you're a fighter, you know that? And I'm proud of you, man. Of course. It's truly hard to be in a setting in the hospital as a kid and being able to experience it firsthand myself, knowing that it's not easy. Me going over there and just giving a little bit of hope to them and trying to just get them to smile and forget about where they are for at least 5 minutes. That's a win. Do you like football, sports?
I played football for a little bit, but
what position?
Just Is it receiver?
Receiver? Yeah. Okay, so you like the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah.
Like scoring touchdowns?
Yeah.
See, I'm the guy that
I just run fast.
I'm fast, but you know, receivers, you guys are a different type of fast.
Our community at Cedars-Sinai obviously has a large population of cancer patients, and a lot of patients come from far away to come here to seek treatment, not just in pediatrics, but adults as well. Our child life department supports children and their families that are either undergoing hospitalization, whether that's chronic or short-term. So they do a great job of preparing patients for procedures or medical treatment they're going to have. They really help with coping skills, especially for our patients that are here for a long time too, or have a new diagnosis that might be a bit life-changing for them, especially for things like cancer.
3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's good meeting you, man. Yeah. We'll see you later, all right?
Thanks, man.
The Crucial Catch program and partnering with the NFL and people like Rams is really great for, I think, just to bring awareness to not only pediatric patients with cancer, but patients of all ages with cancer. It affects more families than probably most people even realize.
We're gonna give him another high five. Another high five. Okay, thank you. A low five.
Woo. That was a good one. Being there at the hospital, it allowed me to really look to my past and just realize that I can't take anything for granted. The biggest thing that I've learned from my dad was, when people go through things in life, you have to push forward, you have to be resilient, you have to persevere through anything you're going through, because there's gonna be dark days where you feel like you don't see any light. But if you just continue to step forward, one step in front of the other, things are gonna work out in the end.
NFL teams announced their final 53-man rosters today. That is the mandatory maximum that squads can carry into the regular season.
It's ironic that on draft day I was hoping for a call, and then on cut day I wasn't.
A lot of appreciation for a lot of guys that were here. Not easy decisions, but you do feel really good about the 53, and I feel good about, be able to handle, the adversity when it does come our way, because it is going to come our way, and how we handle that will be a separator if we can do it the right way.
I found out, and it's been crazy, and it's been a dream come true.
I think there's a lot of guys that you could talk about, but I think, Shaun Dolac's a guy that personifies really, hey, we're going to evaluate who we think is the best players. Doesn't matter whether you were drafted, what your salary is. I think it's a good representation of everything is going to be earned, and he was a guy that earned a spot.
I think all the work that I put in, all the time, all the sweat, all the tears, the sacrifices that not just myself have made, but my family. Every single day I step on that field, it's a blessing for me. Looking back, there's so much stuff throughout my life. I'm not supposed to even be here.
Ensuing kickoff is a low line drive that just gets to the landing zone, just inside the 20. Bobbled and picked up, carried to the 23-yard line, and planted there. Shaun Dolac, the undrafted linebacker out of Buffalo.
Looking at it now, I think we went through all that stuff to make us stronger. I owe it to my family, I owe it to the people who believe in me. My dad, he's always thought one of his boys could make it to the NFL. And here I am.
You lose everything, it's a daunting task to try to rebuild and to stabilize. I'm happy to say with our partners, we've stabilized over 1,000 families since then.
Welcome to your backyard.
Stay tuned for more Rams 360.
I remember watching the fires on TV. I looked at my partner and I said, what are we gonna do? The next day I got in my car and I ended up at John Muir High School in Pasadena. I met someone named Coach Lance, and he pulled me aside. He said, Ari, you gotta call my sister Quinn. She's lost everything.
I was actually born and raised in Pasadena, grew up in Altadena. Open door policy to our family and friends, very close-knit.
It's very important for us to have a place where our children can grow and develop and be the best versions of themselves. When we met Ari, she was like, don't worry, we're gonna be here for you through the whole process. We're not going anywhere. Through Change Reaction, she was able to give us financial help. She also got me a vehicle. She has put us in the running to possibly receive some housing.
Being newlyweds and having a blended family of 7, they really truly lost everything. It's really been a challenge to continue to have that hope and try to be that support for their kids, but also dealing with so many things. Right now they're in a 2-bedroom apartment with 7 people.
Hey, Ari. Whew, you know how much I love y'all. On behalf of the LA Rams, this is the key to your new home. They are covering 13 months of rent. And today, we are going to see this home.
Ari! Oh my God!
You'll have a new house. Welcome home. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome home, family.
I didn't realize that Zillow had so many rental options. I had a conversation with Quinn all about what her dream home would be. I wanted to make sure we had those certain specs within our search, and Zillow made it really, really simple. But the coolest thing about this whole journey was that the very first home that I looked at is the home that they're getting today. To me, that means that Zillow knows what they're doing. We were able to go to Bob's Discount Furniture, and they so graciously offered $5,000 of furniture for this new home.
When you lose everything, it's a daunting task to try to rebuild and to stabilize. I'm happy to say with our partners, we've stabilized over 1,000 families since then.
Welcome to your backyard. Whoa! Wait,
Losing everything is not easy, but having the resources and the help that we've had makes it a lot easier for us to transition.
Rams stepping in and doing something like this for the family, I hope this creates that change reaction, honestly, that people will come into the communities and continue to support these families for years to come while they rebuild.
Who's house?
Rams house!
Let's go!
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week for more Rams 360.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our videos.